Steve Famigletti, Blind Services Coordinator at New England Assistive Technologies and Oak Hill Center, will be interviewing 5 clients of BESB on the impact of mentoring in their lives. Steve offers a unique perspective as the project interviewer. He has walked the same path as those with whom he will be speaking. Steve has been legally blind his whole life due to premature birth. In the 3rd interview of BESB's Mentor Series, Steve talks to Nate Barnes, a Bridgeport, Connecticut musician, teacher, composer, producer, and editor who has been legally blind since he was 10 years old. Nate's vision loss is the result of hereditary defects, cataracts, and detached retinas.
I'm Steve Famigletti, and I'm here with Nate Barnes.
And how are you doing, Steve?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good.
So, how did you get involved in music?
Man, that's a really interesting question. I always say music chose me. Like, I do not remember not being involved with music. I've done it all my life. That's all I remember.
Wow.
So, yeah, I've been doing it a long time.
What instruments do you play?
Primarily, I'm a drummer. I play keys. I used to play trumpet. I play all the percussion instruments and the orchestral instruments. I do play piano, and I fiddle around with other stuff, and try to see what comes out.
So you're not afraid to try anything?
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's good.
So.
What would you say is your earliest memory of playing something?
I remember being like 3 years old or early, definitely before I was 5, beating on my mother's furniture a lot. And also always trying to get on a drum set when I was at church. I always wanted to be close to the drums, or just close to the music in general.
Right.
So, and I was very young. It's definitely a passion. I remember trying to sneak out the house in the middle of the night because I just wanted to go to the church because that's where I remember the drum set being.
Wow.
And my sister snatched me up a block away from the house.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's passion.
Oh yeah.
In terms of your vision, you have no usable vision, that's correct?
No, I'm completely blind now, but I wasn't born blind. I lost my sight when I was 10, and that was due to weak retinas.
So, what would you say has been one of your biggest challenges as someone being blind in the field of music?
Always having to overshadow the stereotypes that blind people typically have, no matter what aspect of life they're in or what they're trying to do for a career. It's like people have this generalization about blind people not being able to be functioning in society. So.
Yeah, it's funny. I think we always feel like we have to be higher or better than everybody else to prove that we can achieve what we're trying to achieve.
Right, it can't be just average. You have to be amazing in order to get the okay nod.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people.
Yeah.
What kind of educational background do you have?
A lot of schooling. I went to Berklee College of Music. I also studied at the Boston Conservatory in the University of Bridgeport. I went to school in Bridgeport, born and raised in Bridgeport, and a really good education. I had good teachers, good support group. My family was very supportive. in my education and my career choice. I had a lot of experience in doing different things, so it was cool. It was good. I enjoyed it.
That's good that you've got this passion for music and it's the thing that you get to do for your career.
Yeah.
Sometimes life doesn't work that way. You have this passion for something and it's the thing you end up doing when you're not in the office, so to speak.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm a firm believer in if you're passionate about something, it could work for you. It's like you just have to have the faith to go through with it, and the money will come. So it could work. I mean, I can't specify how long it would take, but
Persistence is probably key, I suppose.
oh man, for sure, for in anything in life. I mean, that's across the board. If it's something you want, no one's gonna want it more than you. So you have to go for it, and you can't look for someone else to get it for you.
Right.
Or I should say, you shouldn't look for someone to get it for you.
Yeah, that's definitely some good advice. When you were in school,
Mm-hmm.
who did you have around you that kind of mentored you or kind of inspired you?
You know what? My friends, teachers, my family, just everyday people, giving me an encouraging word or just seeing someone do something and I was inspired to, want to do it. Just everyday people.
That's good that you get your inspiration from a lot of people, not just
Right.
one person.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, 'cause there's a lot of different interests that I have, so like different things inspire me from different people. I definitely have my musicians who I looked up to and who I was inspired by, but also just being a decent person, I had people to look up to, just to be, model myself after them, because I'm like, I had a lot of respect for them, and it's like that's what I'm gonna be like. I like what this person does, or I like what they do. I like how they play this, or I like how they speak. Just wherever I can get inspiration from, I'm open to it.
That's good. It's good to be open-minded too, I think.
Yeah. This world has a whole lot to offer, so you really have to be open to receive it and see it when it comes to you.
Yeah, and I think that it's hard because when we turn on the news, there's so much negativity that we see. Sometimes it gets hard to see the positive stuff.
Mm-hmm. True. Then that's when you turn off the TV and play some music.
It's a good idea. So what's your favorite instrument? Is it the drums?
It really depends on how I'm feeling at the moment. Like, one of the things I would love to do that I can't do is sing. But I just love instruments. I mean, drums is the instrument I do the best, for sure. But, sometimes I just wish I could just get on a saxophone and just rip it. But, I can't. So, I just love all instruments. So, but, yeah.
So can you tell us exactly what your current employment is?
Yeah, it's many different things. I'm a part owner in the establishment and another company called Universal Sounds, and I'm also one of the owners of the studio that we're doing this interview in right now. And I also teach, and I also perform. So
You're a busy guy.
yeah, you have to do a whole lot of things. And if you're going to survive in the music business, you have to be multi-talented and multitask driven. You know, you can't just do one thing. You know, so I get asked to do a lot of things. You know, write, produce, play, teach. So it keeps me busy.
Out of all those things that you just told me, do you have one that's your favorite, or do you like all of them?
Playing and producing is my favorite.
How would you say that your vision or your blindness has impacted your ability to produce music or use those tools?
With today's technology, not much. I'm not really good with the technical side of things because I feel like it distracts a lot. I mean, I have a general idea, but when I'm producing, I use an engineer to run all this stuff. But if I'm just trying to jot down an idea, I could just do it on my computer, or I could just do it on my phone, and then later on bring it here and really develop it into a bigger project. So, because of what's available to us today, I don't really feel anything stopping me from doing what I need to do or want to do.
That's good. Are you fluent in Braille?
Grade 1 Braille, yes. The contractions of Braille, I forgot a lot of them because I haven't used it in so long. I actually just do it with just recording, using the instruments and recording it on the computer. But although I do know how to read Braille music, I don't use it on a normal basis, but I do know how to read Braille music.
If you were the parent of a child who's watching this video, what advice would you give them?
Man, the best advice I could give to a parent who is raising a blind child is allow them to be independent and figure a lot of stuff out, or as much as they can out on their own, and support it, and give them the proper tools so they can figure it out on their own. And don't allow them to use fear as an excuse and take the word can't out of their vocabulary.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Well, thank you so much for talking.
Well, thank you for
Today.
allowing me to share my story. I appreciate it.
It's a very good story, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nate currently is providing leadership on boards and committees within the blind community, as well as on a national level in arts education. We are grateful for his energy, enthusiasm, and his work as a role model for young people who are learning to overcome obstacles due to their disabilities.